Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Black Ops 4, and today is going to be the first installment in a new series I'm starting on the channel, a gold gun guide for Black Ops 4. I figured that along the way of trying to get to that dark matter camo, I would stop and make a video and give you guys some advice in the best class setup that I personally believe works for each individual weapon, and kind of just give you guys my thoughts on the guns and work from there. So today we're going to be starting off with the ICR. This is the first gun that I actually got gold, and to be honest with you, I really like this gun. I think this is one of the best guns in the game, which is nice because it's one of the first guns that you get. Generally, the guns that you get at the beginning aren't very good. Obviously, you work your way up. The higher you get level-wise, the better weapons you get. But the ICR has just been one of those weapons that I've continued to use since I started playing. And I really haven't had any complaints with it whatsoever. I think it's got a great fire rate. I think that the accuracy is phenomenal. And to be honest with you, I haven't really had a situation where I'm complaining about the damage. So I really think this gun is good and worth using deep into the leveling system. So obviously the gun that we're using is the ICR-7. The attachments that I'm running with it are reflex, quick draw, grip, and FMJ. I think a reflex is needed with this gun. I've played around with it a lot without a reflex or without a scope whatsoever, and it feels weird, and I'm not a big fan of the iron sights, and I noticed that I did much better when I had the reflex on, especially from long distance. This is one of those guns that I feel like is a submachine gun, yet has that assault rifle ability. So I like to rush. I like to run around and push spawns with this gun, and I think it works well kind of in both tiers. It could really be pulled off as an SMG, to be honest with you, but I'm running that reflex. I feel like I've done much better with it, and I just think the iron sights are way too lame to use. So run the reflex. You'll notice a big difference. I'm running quick draw. I almost always run quick draw with pretty much any gun I use, especially assault rifles if I'm rushing with them. If I'm pushing into a spawn and I'm being aggressive, I want to make sure that I'm going to have an advantage by aiming down quicker. So quick draw is definitely a necessity with the ICR. I'm running grip. Like I said, I don't think that the recoil is bad at all. I'm just running grip because I wanted to run that extra perk or extra attachment rather than a perk. And I just feel like grip is very helpful with really any gun. This one, like I said, the recoil not so bad, but it definitely does make a difference. And then I'm running FMJ. The reason I'm running FMJ is because I'm always running around with this weapon. Like I said, I rush into spawns with the ICR. I feel like I'm using an SMG. And a lot of times I'll have to shoot through walls or through doors or stuff, and I want to make sure that I'm able to win those gunfights when I'm stuck in the enemy spawn and have multiple guys coming at me at once. So again, reflex, quick draw, grip, and FMJ. Obviously that's 4, so you're gonna have to run primary gunfighter. And then perk-wise, I'm using Tactical Mask. I'm running Tac Mask because, like I said, I'm running into the enemy spawn. There's a lot going on, and to be honest, I've noticed that a lot of people have been using 9-bangs and throwing concussions, and it gets really aggravating after a while when you can't move or do anything when you get hit by those 9-bangs, and you're pretty much dead. There's really no way out of it unless the guy just doesn't come to you. So running Tac Mask is something that's really helped me get through that when running around in the enemy spawn. And in perk number 2, I'm running Gung Ho. Gung Ho this has been an amazing perk. I've loved this ever since they put it in the game. Was Modern Warfare 3 the first game they put it in? I think it was. I don't remember, but this was definitely one of my favorite perks ever. Because it allows you to start shooting while you're sprinting, which gives you a huge advantage. You may not really think that it's a big deal and makes a difference, but when you're running around in the spawn, if you're sprinting around a corner and another guy's sprinting around a corner and you have Gung Ho, you're going to get that shot off first every single time, and chances are you're going to win that gunfight. When I'm running around like a madman with the ICR, I want to make sure that I'm going to get that first shot, especially if I'm running into multiple people at once. The third and final perk that I'm running is Dead Silence. I almost always run Dead Silence when I have it. I love it. Having a headset really messes you up because you just start to hear your footsteps and it drives you crazy. So you run Dead Silence so you don't have to hear it. But when you're running around in the enemy spawn and trying to come up behind people and trying to kill multiple people at once, you want to have as many advantages as you can. And with Dead Silence, I feel like you have that ability to sneak up behind people or run a long distance around the map to get up behind them. And not really give up your spot. I feel like you're very loud running around in this game, and I'm not trying to sound like a horse sneaking into the enemy spawn. So Dead Silence has really helped me out, And yeah, but that's the class setup for the ICR. That's what I've used. That's what's helped me get this gun gold very, very quickly. If you guys have any questions or you guys have any tips, anything that you've done differently or that you've done the same that you'd like to point out, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Can we be friends?